the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Young.
Complete to number 86. A gain of 8
They'll
yards.
come up facing 3rd and 5. Burrow will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it up. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You got to break it down in this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that will be incomplete. Everett scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harden on the punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Oh, good move. Going to be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy. You understand the same way. Just like those calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you were
if they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 1st down, Rodgers. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come throw another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, now Rodgers. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, here's Agnew. This taken in right around the goal line. Well, now how about this return? Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Now it's Rodgers. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 54 yards. Every defensive staff helps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He finds Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just know the punt's better.
The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better than the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's That's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Jets pressure to the matches. Down he goes. John Franklin Myers gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall takes it to about the 37.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
As he picked up a 3, brings up 2nd and 7.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 7.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Here's 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it, and the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether your quarterback wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start by running the option to the right. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. His defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Burrow looking to pass. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And a fair catch signal for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Burrow. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, they want to get back into the game. These are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3rd down and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Yeah, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On second down, Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could harm later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, right back to Hall. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built on. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receiver, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off it, and they want to carve some holes out there for him. This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Rodgers. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Jets kicker, Cairo Santos. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because it had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Kind of picked themselves up from that one.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 7. And the Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Bengals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
44-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Samuel bringing in the slant. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Rodgers now to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They'll try and run the option. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Rodgers now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. They'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away. Nothing but daylight ahead.
He goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Here's Hall again. A little juke, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you
they certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give to Hall running right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yards like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Throw right side, Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me,
touchdown Jets. Garrett Wilson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Bengals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow looking to pass. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 37 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, it wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A give running right is Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41.
Now Rodgers. And this one complete to Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Hall ought to give up the middle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And again, it's Rodgers. So he just tossed it away, but that brings up 4th.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Mixing up the middle. Found a little room there as he's out to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pick at the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Burrow.
At the 37-yard line.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped down with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And New York set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down by able to slip across the 45. The drive starting play of Woodward. Give him 19. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive.
Taking it right down Broadway. Brees Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase over to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on him, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
brings up
Ball on the 30
2nd and 2.
now. Here's second and a couple. Now Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Cincinnati.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now Burrow on 1st down. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the Jets' 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out now come the Jets. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Yeah, throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17 yards on the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Wilson's got it. first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have
Ball
moved.
start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Rodgers again now. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
These guys are running offense a huge drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll give the Hall. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were up there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag out to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Burrow looking to pass. To the right side and incomplete.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And New York set to take the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got it. It's Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did. did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Running left, it's home. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. He's got it to the 43 here.
Holding. Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a game of 34.
This game is certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been wrapped up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this 4th quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll work up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
So over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
That ball was tipped in the air and while ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it. He's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
I'll throw it on 3rd down there when he cannot connect.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signal for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, here's Mixon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down 35-34. A minute 50 to play. They've got the crowd behind them, and they need only a field goal to survive and advance in these playoffs. Rodgers to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw is Rodgers. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. All again on 2nd down. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Big kick right there to give them a lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final call.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing by 2 after the made field goal. A little under a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. Pass complete to Robinson. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Here's Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And he's out of bounds to stop the clock. He gets a first, but just 10 seconds remaining.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bengals.
Now Burrow. Escapes the sand. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try to get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team, and try to get to the end zone that way.
It's definitely full-on territory at this point, but a critical third down here. One final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do.